Your man. Your plan.
Do I really look like a guy with a plan?
Hello, people. Welcome to the Davyverse. Hey up, people. James Gunn and Peter Safran has confirmed a new Batman and a new Superman movie. Don't get your hopes up yet, but at least he's coming up with at least some sort of roadmap plan. And James Gunn did our sort of DC announcements. The Superman one could be actually quite good. The way it sounds like Superman Legacy, it's going to be a sort of, well, the way James Gunn was talking about beforehand was a young Superman. It's going to be a 25-year-old to 30-year-old Superman. So, decent enough. Not as young as I thought they were going to go with. Really thought they were going to do a fucking sort of twink. That would have been bad. Especially for the fucking first outings after. Is this the fourth reboot? This can't be 4 reboots, can it, of DC? My dears. Well, let's just crack on with this for a minute.
Hey everybody, I'm James Gunn.
Hey, Dr. Nick.
I'm the co-CEO of DC Studios. So as many of you know, DC has been disconnected in film and television
Understatement.
for a long time. And it's one of, our jobs, mine and Peter's, is to come in and make sure the DCU is connected in film, television, gaming, and animation. That the characters are consistent, played by the same actors, and it works within one
Wheat. So Eric July did a sort of thing on this. Have you got ISO number on yet? So on basically the first or second page, I can't remember. He opens up and it has this sort of list of responsibilities, and it sort of goes into how he's going to keep and basically a continuous universe. There's going to be no sort of massive retcons or nothing like that. It's all going to be one thing, and its whole universe is going to be built off this. So, yeah, I would like a sort of DC where I can pick up a comic, watch an anime, watch the main series, and it'd be wonderful if it all could relate into one. Such as if you do sort of the major big plot movie, sort of animated series where they kick some ass, and then you do the comics for like sort of media stuff, minor stuff, sort of questioning, sort of this, that. You could experiment more with the comics, but then keep the blockbusters for the main show and so on and so forth. That would be quite good.
Story. And if something is outside of that, like Matt Reeves' Batman or Todd Phillips' Joker or Teen Titans Go, that it is clearly labeled as DC Elseworlds. Outside.
Wait. So bring on DC Elseworlds. I think I saw that in the original article. I did glance DC Elseworlds. I didn't know what you were doing with that. So they had DC Elseworlds for a while now. It's fell by the wayside quite a bit, where they've just, well, they had a few things tied to it, and then I don't know if people didn't understand it or they couldn't be arsed with it. It sort of just fell by the wayside.
Side of the mainstream DCU continuity. Now, Peter and I have gotten pretty lucky in terms of the 4 projects that are coming out over the next year. First, we have...
You're not lucky. Shazam is the only one where they haven't really done a massive fuck up yet. I see that. You just get fucking lead actress getting bollocked for criticising Pfizer. I mean, it's fair enough. Pfizer are fucking shite and deserve the criticism, but I don't see why people are piling on him for that. No, so give it 10 years ago, everyone would have been on his side.
Shazam, Fury of the Gods. Shazam has always been off kind of in his own part of the DCU, so he connects very well. That moves directly into the Flash.
Why is Flash coming after? You should put Flash last. And if you feel lucky about having a Flash, Ezra Miller just escaped jail by the skin of his fucking arse. My dears.
A fantastic movie that I really love that resets the entire DCU.
Think the rumours are that they sort of put the audience, what do you call it when you get the audience in and they don't really think it, but they sort of give it like a sort of review. So what's kind of new, like a sort of selective screening. So they got the audience in, done all of that. I think Batgirl actually beat this. Also, I think it beat Aquaman as well. But I don't think Batgirl actually scored quite high as well, to be honest. But I know it beat them, or the rumours were it beat these. So yeah. But then Batgirl got cancelled. But it's fair enough. You can't really launch Batgirl. It would have to launch Batman first, which it sounds like they're doing, before they get the Bat family involved. But I'll come to that bridge when we cross it.
Universe. And then to move into Blue Beetle, a fantastic film about a kid who's a marvelous part of the DCU, and then into Aquaman 2.
Blue Beetle actually does look alright. I do like the actor that's playing it. It's that one from the Karate Kid. Not Karate Kid, Cobra Kai. I like him, he's a good actor as well. See how he goes to the big screen, but I'm hopeful. It's a sort of side character. I wish it started with the original Blue Beetle and got Booster Gold in, but it is what it is. I mean, at least there's an adaptation of the Blue Beetle coming out. We'll see how it does.
Which leads directly into our next few projects, which I'm going to tell you about now. So, Peter.
So that's Aquaman. He said before that. Should have just continued. So Aquaman 2. I don't know. Amber Heard's still within it. Wall's been minus school adjusted, and yeah, I think people are still going to relate Amber Heard to Johnny Depp case and shoot her down. Well, realistically, Jason Momoa was quite good as Aquaman. So there's rumours of him now switching roles, so who knows.
Peter and I, along with a group of very talented writers, have started to map out
What do you mean talented writers? Define talented writers. Tell us.
An 8 to 10 year plan of what DC Studios will be in film, television, and games.
So they've got a 10-year plan, but they've killed us before in film.
Gods and Monsters. Now this, what I'm about to tell you, is a part of
Gods
the
and
first
Monsters.
chapter. It's not the entire first chapter. The first project is Creature Commandos.
Creature Commando. Are they DC? Wait, I know of these, but I haven't really watched, not watched it. I haven't really read the comics, but I know of them. I've seen them. I didn't think they were DC.
Creature Commandos is an animated series. I've written all the episodes. Something we're going to do that's a
Could be a
little
good
bit
anime,
different
I guess.
at DC is we're going to have characters move into animation, out of animation.
I mean, the artwork
usually
looks
having
decent
the
as well, to
same
be honest.
actor play their voice as who plays them in live action. The next project up is Waller. This is a story of Amanda Waller, played by Viola Davis.
Oh, my
Viola
dears.
Davis is going to team up with members of Team Peacemaker, and this is a story that's been created by Crystal Henry, who did what?
Oh my dears, where do I dissect this? Well, I don't know how you're going to make a series out of this. It's just like a sort of how you relate Marvel's Nick Fury. Good on his own, but realistically, it's a side character. And Viola Davis, I mean, she's not the most athletic built these days, is she? So that she did get in shape for Woman King, like. Could you pull it off? Maybe. Then a Peacemaker crew. It's basically, Peacemaker is James Gunn's pet project, and it seems like that way because his wife basically gets a job in it, and yeah, so I think this is more, honey, I need a job, this sort of thing, and he gets it. That's it.
Watchmen and Jeremy Carver, who created the Doom Patrol. Watchmen and Jeremy Carver, who created the Doom. And this is a story that's been created by Crystal Henry, who did Watchmen and Jeremy.
Oh, that's a bad one. Okay. Oh, that was badly written.
Carver, who created the Doom Patrol. It is
Doom
a
Patrol is out, though.
fantastic story that's out of this world, and I can't wait for people to see it. Okay, Next up is the big one, the true beginning of the DCU. This is called Superman Legacy. This is being written by me. I'm in the middle of it. I'm having a great time doing it. And Superman will be released into theaters July 11th, 2025. Okay, the next thing is
So this is a James Gunn's pet project. I mean, he's done good with sort of he's sort of on the lighter side, the comical side. He did Guardians of the Galaxy well, and then he's done Suicide Squad, not the original, but the sort of remake quite well. So, I mean, that sort of happy Superman is what people's been asking for. It actually could be quite good. Could be a thing. It'll be enjoyable.
the big premiere HBO television series called Lanterns. This is a story of a couple of Green Lanterns, John Stewart and Hal Jordan.
Just don't make the
and
super suit
we have a few
animated.
other lanterns peppered in there, but this is really a terrestrial-based TV show, which is almost like True Detective.
I mean, they're doing the Hal
with
Jordan
a
one.
couple of Green
Well, that's just a picture
Lanterns who are
still.
space cops watching over Precinct Earth. In it, they discover a terrifying mystery that ties into our larger story of the DCU. Next is a big movie called...
I wonder what they're doing. Cause so the old one, so Gods and Monsters. Read. There's a few ones they could do there. Interesting, to be honest. I don't know. It's been hit and miss with the Lanterns recent years. It's just been all misses. Could be funny. Either way, I reckon if they sort of bring a sort of light humour to it to begin with, and then get dark, that could be the way to go with that one.
Called The Authority. The Authority is a passion project of mine. It's based on the marvelous Wildstorm characters we are now bringing into the DCU, and will
Granted, The Authority, and it says James Gunn's pet project again. It does seem like something that he sort of is good at sort of producing. So I'll give him the benefit of doubt. To be honest, The Authority is something I barely even know about. I know about that pretty much. I've seen it, but that's about it.
interact with all of our primary DCU characters. The Authority are a group of superheroes who think the world is broken and they want to fix it by any means necessary. I think it's a very different look at superheroes. We're doing
I can see that going woke as fuck.
a television series called Paradise Lost. Paradise Lost is the story of Paradise Island, usually known as Themyscira, which is the birthplace of Wonder Woman. It's almost like
That was a comic book one. I don't think I've read it. No, I didn't. This is before. Well, this is before Wonder Woman and shit.
like Game of Thrones with Westeros, but with all of the inhabitants of Paradise Island. The introduction of the
Could be interesting, I guess. Depends how they play it out. The Amazonians, obviously, big beefy women.
DCU's Batman of Paradise Wonder Woman. It's almost like Game of Thrones with Westeros, but with all of the inhabitants of Paradise Island. The introduction of the DCU's Batman fix it by any means necessary. I think it's a very
bring it back
different
2
look
seconds.
at superheroes. We're doing a television series called Paradise Lost. Paradise Lost is the story of Paradise Island, usually known as Themyscira, which is the birthplace of Wonder Woman. It's almost like Game of Thrones with Westeros, but with all of the inhabitants of Paradise Island. The introduction of the
All the
DCU's
inhabitants.
Batman is the brave and
Oh,
the
women.
bold. The Brave and the Bold is the story of Batman
Ooh,
and his
ooh, ooh,
actual
shit.
son.
This is
Story
my
of
area,
the
this is
Bold.
my area.
The Brave and the Bold is the story of Batman and his actual
Wait,
son,
that's Damian Wayne.
This is based on Grant
Wait, granted, Damian Wayne is not. Honestly, I actually do like the Damian Wayne one, but as a Robin, there's better ones out there, and I can see people sort of objecting and pretty much saying that Damian Wayne is the worst one. I'll give you that one. It's not that is not the best, but honestly, in my opinion, I like it. I do like the Damian Wayne's one. It sort of brings a different element to the Bat family, which if Damian Wayne's in it, which will bring Ra's al Ghul, which will also bring Nightwing.
Morrison's great comic book run. Damian Wayne is my favorite Robin. He's a little assassin who Batman tries to get in line, and so this is the story of the two of them and the beginning of sort of the Bat family in the DCU.
It's sort of not really the beginning, but if you're going to start that route, Nightwing, Batgirl, yeah, but they come earlier in the series, so they'll want to be hit and miss, then they'll sort of come around like sort of adopting Damian Wayne. Could be something.
Next up is a TV series called Booster Gold. Booster Gold is one of the comics' really popular cult heroes. He is.
Wait, I'm confused by this one. If you're doing Blue Beetle, why do you not bring Booster Gold into that one? Because so Booster Gold comes back in time to become a superhero in pretty much within our timeline, and then it basically teams up with the Blue Beetle by basically advancing technology for him. This could have been the sort of element and origin of Blue Beetle. I don't know how they're going to do it with sort of the new one, but it is what it is. TV show.
He's a fascinating guy. He's a loser from the future who uses future technology to come
TV show,
back
maybe.
to present day and become a superhero.
So
that people.
Movie that one, TV show this. You could then bring the TV show into the movie by having it sort of progress to the point where the new Blue Beetle takes over. Could
People
be.
will love him. It is basically the superhero story of imposter syndrome on an HBO Max series. One of my favorite comic book series from last year was Tom King's run on Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. And so we're going to turn that into a big...
This is another badly written comic.
Science fiction.
I've read it online
film.
now again.
Now, Superman is a guy who was sent to Earth in...
Wait, so the overhaul... But Supergirl's origin, it's all changed, all overhauled, and
raised by loving parents. Whereas Supergirl in this story, she is a character who was raised on a chunk of Krypton. She watched everybody around her perish in some terrible way. So she's a much more jaded character. And that brings me to Swamp Thing, the last thing we're going to talk about.
There's been many Swamp Things. I mean, how good would it be just have a Swamp Thing horror show? Like proper dark
story
Swamp Thing.
The origins of the monster who is Swamp Thing. And although
I used to bring a monster into Monster and Gods.
The DCU, it will still feed into the rest of the stories. Anyway, those are the stories that I can tell you about right now. I've loved the DC characters since I was a child. They're incredibly important to me. Something very different. One of the things that's very important for me in all of these movies and TV series is that the director's vision and the vision of the writers and all of the creators is unique.
Again, writers like fucking Chris Henry and fucking King.
Something special. Storytelling is always king. That's all that matters to us. And I want to be true to those stories. I want to be true to you guys.
Yes.
And really give you something different than you've ever seen before.
Wait, question. How can he say stuff? I fucking wait, how can I word this? How charismatic can he be to say the shit I want to hear, but then show me what he's actually going to do? And I agree with what he's saying, but I disagree with what he's doing. I don't know.
Anyway, thank you, everybody. I appreciate starting to dive into these stories with you guys on this grand adventure. Thank you so much.
So, overall, he's a fucking master of fucking words. Let's just say that. So, it sounds like it's going to be class. It looks like it's going to be okay. And am I going to be hopeful? Superman could be good. Batman could be interesting. I mean, it would be nice to see a sort of a Damian Wayne aspect into a movie. Overall, let's fucking hit it. It's going to be fine. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace. Hello, thanks for watching. If you'd like to see more, watch more. If not, at least like, comment, subscribe. It helps us out. Appreciate it. catch you in the next one. Peace.